Today is Tuesday, Parashat Tissa. The Parashat this week, it begins with the idea of a census, of counting the number of people who are over the age of 20 that came out from Egypt. So the Pasuk says, Ki Tissa et rosh bnei Yisrael ifkudehem. When you come to take a census, you don't count people. They each should give half a shekel, and then you count the half shekels, and you know how many people are there. From this, we understand an important principle. We don't count people because when you count specifically the number of things, or you take a inventory of items, it's something that could put what is being counted at risk. Because en beracha shora ela b'davar, the way that the beracha can be in the place is not in things that are counted specifically. So how do we do this? We have the people give machatzit hashekel, half a shekel, and then you count the half shekels, and you know how many people are there. Even today, when we need to count people for minyan, we're quote a pasuk, Hoshea et amecha uvarech na'atecha, pasuk that has 10 words in it, and you know if you have 10 people there, because we don't count 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So by them giving the half a shekel, that's how they were counted. But there is more to it. Why specifically give a half a shekel? And why specifically donating something? Because those half shekels are used to bring the korbanot, the sacrifices, the daily service in Bet HaMikdash. So everybody had the chance to participate. But also it says, lechaper al nafshotechem, to atone for the sins, to atone for your souls. According to the Orach Chaim HaKadosh, this mitzvah was given after the sin of the golden calf. And therefore, after that sin, when people were sort of down, obviously when a person sins, afterwards he feels down, if he's somewhat, quote-unquote, depressed over the fact that he sinned. Therefore, Ki Tissa, when you raise, Orach Chaim HaKadosh, Tissa is raising et rosh, raising the heads of Bnei Israel, as if their head is down from having sinned. You raise it by giving them the opportunity to give tzedakah, to give charity. And by giving that machatzit hashekel, it atones for the sin. And therefore, that's why tzedakah is so important, because tzedakah can atone for the sins what we did. So even if you take the word machatzit, the word that it's written, mem, chet, tzaddik, yud, taf. Tzaddik is in the middle, stands for tzedakah. Next to it is chet and yud, which is chayil, life. And far away from it is mem and taf, which is met, which has to do with death. And that's why we say, Moshe Shlomo HaMelech said, tzedakah tatzil min mavet. Charity can save a person from a decree of death. So that tzedakah that is given in Am Yisrael being counted is a tzedakah also that raises their head, that is mechaper, that it atones for the sins and extends the life of a person. Now, why half a shekel and not a full shekel? To tell us a couple of ideas. One of them, and each of us, we're half until we come with another person. So that is the idea of unity, that is the idea of participating together, of cooperating. You know, nobody can do things just on his own. There's always the idea of you need other people to come with. And that's why there's machatzit hashekel. But there is another concept also. Nobody can be totally always at fault that it is a full kapara, full atonement. Always a person would have some mitzvot that he did, some things that are to his credit, and therefore what you atone for is only for a portion of your soul. So that's the atonement is somewhat partially, so that's why it's chetzi. And these machatzit hashekel were used for the daily service in Bet HaMikdash. And the pasuk says, "Ha'ashir lo yarbe, v'adal lo yam'it." The person who's rich cannot give more, and the person who's poor cannot give less. So that everybody is participating equally, And if it was a very wealthy man that says, I'll cover the expenses for the whole year, we say, thank you. You can give donations, but for this daily service, we want for all Am Yisrael, for every single person to be involved and participating in this mitzvah. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.